What happens when you finally respect yourself? There comes a moment in your life when you get tired of your own excuses. Not because someone yelled at you, not because life suddenly became easier, but because deep down you realize you can't keep living like this. You wake up tired, you scroll for hours, you say you'll change tomorrow. And every night you go to sleep feeling guilty because you know you're wasting your potential. A lot of people think self-respect is confidence. It's not. Self-respect is what you do when nobody is watching. It's how you treat your body, your time, your mind, and your future. And most people don't realize this, but the reason they feel stuck is because they stopped respecting themselves a long time ago. You can see it in small things. Ignoring your goals, breaking promises to yourself, staying around people who drain you, eating whatever, sleeping at random times, scrolling until your brain feels numb. At first, these things seem normal, but slowly, they change how you see yourself. Because every time you ignore what you know you should do, your brain notices. Every promise you break weakens the relationship you have with yourself. And eventually, you stop trusting yourself completely. That's why some people struggle with discipline so much. It's not always laziness. Sometimes it's because they've spent years proving to themselves that their own words don't matter. Think about it. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, I'll wake up early, I'll go to the gym, I'll stop wasting time, and then didn't do it? After a while, your mind stops believing you. That's a painful truth, but it's also powerful. Because if repeated actions destroyed your self-respect, repeated actions can rebuild it too. And this is where everything changes. Not overnight, not through motivation, but through small moments that most people ignore. Respecting yourself also means protecting your environment. Some people will laugh when you start changing. Some people only like the old version of you because that version stayed small. You have to learn to protect your focus, protect your energy, protect your future, because growth requires separation sometimes. You cannot become disciplined while surrounding yourself with constant distraction. You cannot build confidence while constantly comparing yourself to everyone online. And you definitely cannot change your life while repeating the same destructive habits every single day. At some point, you have to decide, do you want temporary comfort or long-term respect for yourself? Because those two things usually move in opposite directions. The truth is, most people are waiting for some massive life-changing moment. But your life changes in quieter ways. It changes the moment you start keeping small promises to yourself. That's where identity starts changing. That's where discipline starts feeling natural. That's where confidence becomes real. And one day, you wake up and realize something strange. You no longer hate the person in the mirror. You no longer feel weak every night before sleeping. You no longer need motivational videos just to survive the day, because you finally became someone you respect. And that feeling is worth everything. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start small, keep your promises, protect your time, and treat your future self like someone who matters. Not next month, not Monday. Start tonight. One small action. That's enough to begin. And once you begin, don't stop. For example, waking up when your alarm rings. That sounds simple. But when you stop hitting snooze, you send a message to yourself, my goals matter. Making your bed sounds small too. But it creates order. It creates movement. It tells your brain the day has started with intention. Going for a walk when you don't feel like it. Finishing one task before opening social media. Drinking water instead of another energy drink. Saying no to something that wastes your time. These moments look small from the outside. But internally, something powerful is happening. You are rebuilding trust with yourself. And the crazy thing is, once that trust starts growing, your entire life starts changing with it. You walk differently. You speak differently. You stop needing constant validation from other people because you finally respect your own standards. And honestly, this is something nobody talks about enough. Real confidence does not come from looking successful. It comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. That changes everything. Because when you trust yourself, you stop panicking every time life gets hard. You stop quitting after one bad week. You stop depending on motivation to save you. You become calmer, more focused, more disciplined, not because you became superhuman, but because your actions finally started matching your words. And yes, this process is uncomfortable. There will be days when you feel lazy, days when you feel behind, days when you look at other people online and feel like you're failing. But respecting yourself means continuing anyway. That's the part people miss. Self respect is not built by feeling good all the time. It's built by doing the right thing, even when you don't feel like it, especially then. And another important thing,